This almost feels like a home game. A lot of people that I see. And when I got invited from Arvin, Pat, I thought I need to find out what Kiwanis stands for. What does the name mean? And then I forgot, got sidetracked, and then I thought, well, I asked somebody when I get here. So the first person that I asked was Alan. And Alan said he doesn't know. So we asked somebody else. And that guy said, I'm Rotary. I thought it was very funny. Well, I told you I've been here 20 years. And it's been a challenge. It's a challenge every day. But I'm enjoying it. And that's the most important thing to me. We have become famous, I guess, within the state and the surrounding states. And it's because of what we do, what we serve, quality, consistency, and good times. And we like to make shows. For example, there's all kinds of anecdotes in 20 years of restaurant business. And one of them is that I really liked is, I have to ask you something else. How many OU fans are in this room? Raise your hand. Okay. 2 weeks ago, a guy calling up, making a reservation. And he said, my last name is Boomer. He was trying to explain to me how to spell it. He said like, Boomer, Sooner, Sooner, Boomer. I said, sir, sorry, we don't serve OU fans. There was a moment of silence. And then the guy said, oh, no, I'm an OSU fan. I said, I was just kidding. So, yeah. We've been there 20 years, and in the beginning, it was quite a culture shock. I've been to other countries and I've had other culture shocks, but this one was a different. And then you had the language barrier. Okay, English is not English. It is different. What still throws me off is the word chicken fried steak. What the hell's got chicken fried steak? Does your fish taste like fish? No, it tastes like chicken. Little things like that. But it makes life pretty amusing. Well, as I said, 20 years ago we started. We bought a building, remodeled it, and opened up. And at that time, there was 4 of us. And in 20 years we've gone through, I think, 12 cooks, 87 dishwashers, and I don't know how many staff. That's just the restaurant business. And then out of the 4, there's 1 left, and that's me. Everybody else left. But we're all on good terms, and that's important. Well, we're open 4 nights a week. We ask for reservations. We have specialty nights, Wednesdays and Thursdays. We serve seafood. We tried Oktoberfest for 3 years, but it's very hard because it's a small community, and the surrounding, the surrounding towns, everybody has to drive and drink beer is not a good thing. Unless you can do what some people out of Eni did, they rented a school bus, brought 50 people, and that was real funny. That was real funny. They just got flexible. What else can I tell you? You ask me something.
What's your favorite dish? What people order most?
The most favorite dish is the Ram Schnitzel. Schnitzel is a pork tenderloin that's been tenderized, and then it's a little spiced, and then breaded, pan fried. And then you have a Ram sauce with it. Ram is the German word for heavy cream. And it's with onions and diced onions and mushrooms. A little bit of grilled spice on it. And you saute that and then that's the sauce, and that is a non-dietary plate.
That's what Alan usually orders.
Yeah.
Me too.
Tell us about the publications you've been featured in.
Okay. Well, we had the first publication we were in was the, I think, Daily Oklahoman, a newspaper. That was right after we opened up. They came out, did a nice story on us. We were on the first page. Amazing. Then we had Oklahoma Today. They came out twice, the magazine. They did a video and wrote some nice articles. And then we had, the most successful one we had was the magazine called Oklahoma Living, which is published by OG&E to the rural communities, to the rural customers. And that just went ballistic on the reservations and people that come. I had to go last week, I had to go to Tulsa and had some friends in Bentonville, so I thought I'd take a side trip up there. So I realized where Pryor was. They came all the way from Pryor to Waynoka just to eat. To blew my mind, because I had no idea how far that was. And it was very successful, and then we have something going on Facebook. We give every week, we give away a meal. We decide which one we will give away, and people have to like our Facebook page, they have to like our post, and they have to share it. Once they share it with their friends, they get into the drawing. And the first one we gave away was a Ram Schnitzel. And it started on a Sunday. By Sunday, within an hour, we had like 595 people, and by the end of the week, we had almost 1,000 people for a frickin' schnitzel. I go, that was just, it just blew my mind. We had funny moments. My daughter's 21st birthday, we bought her a horse, a quarter horse. Alan knows that story. It was in the Winterton, December 4th. We opened up on December 4th in 1998. And we bought her a quarter horse. It was a rainy, snowy day, and she didn't know. And the lady that owned the horse and sold it to us, she brought the horse. We opened the restaurant door, and I was always told this is the Wild West. You can do whatever you want. So we brought the horse into the restaurant.
Health inspector like.
Yeah, probably. The pretty quarter horse had a sign around it. My name is Mr. Bo. Happy birthday, Natalie. And she came out with the plates. There was a horse in the restaurant. In the restaurant, and people were kind of critical about it. The left to the right, they moved to the side, but the horse was calm and content. Nothing happened. So I've been told by a Texan you can do that. So that's what we did. There you go. How else can I help?
You used to get your brats made right there in Waynoka. Do you still?
No, we can't do that. That's where the health department comes in.
Oh.
The butcher couldn't do that anymore because he had a grocery store, and you can't sell mixed products with other ingredients in there but meat. So we're doing it in Kiowa now. Kiowa's doing it first because it's an FDA plant, and we have people calling, and we have people coming. I remember years ago we had guys from Tulsa flying in on a helicopter, and they bought 30 pounds of brats. Fantastic. Then we ship them out too, and people to California and to Minnesota. And those are the significant ones I remember. You can buy them 9 to a pound, $6 a pound. So, Pat.
Tell them what the desert schnapps is, and also the special schnitzel you do for important guests.
Yeah, sure. We have 2 special items on the menu card. One is called the desert schnapps, If you can drink that in 60 seconds, you'll pick up your tab. If you don't, hold up. There is many people, well, not too many, but many people that tried that challenge, and they're asking questions, and I says, there is no questions. The deal is, you take the bet or you don't. And I'll tell you in a minute what it is. And I've noticed from maybe 60, 70 people that tried, it's always the slim, skinny ones that beat you. So I quit doing it too. And the other one is called a super schnitzel. This is a big, what do you call, slab of meat, pork tenderloin again, breaded. It's huge. Hangs over your plate with whatever you order, fried potatoes, and whatever sauce you order with. It comes to your plate. Everybody knows what it is, except for the guy that gets it. And people get their meals, they start eating. And the guy starts eating, and he's trying to cut his meat, and the knife won't go through. So we watch him a little bit, and he watches the other people eating on the plate and sees they get their meat cut and eat it. Everybody's happy and laughing and talking. So he asks if he can have a sharper knife. Sure. Bring him a sharper knife. So he's cutting and cutting. Sometimes he makes it, most of the time he doesn't. Because what he has on his plate is a breaded, pan-fried bar towel. It looks like a schnitzel. It looks delicious. So, big surprise to him, but we have a backup schnitzel for him ready. But everybody else enjoys it. The desert schnapps is a tricky one. It's a shot glass full of fine grind breadcrumbs. And there's a little bit of habanero sauce in it because the desert schnapps, the desert is hot and dry. You gotta get that down in 60 seconds. There is no way. That's an easy way to make money. And we've had, as I said, we've had a few. We've had Mardi Gras parties. But I think the older I got, the less parties we got. We're more into good whiskeys now and cigars, thanks to my friend over there. I used to be a cigarette smoker, a heavy one. And I think like 8 years ago, so I had King came by one day and introduced me to a 15-year-old Dalwhinnie and a Ned Sherman cigar, and ever since then I quit smoking cigarettes, and I'm now into cigars and whiskey. I feel better.
One vice to another.
I'm not saving any money. Yes, sir, please.
Do you brew your own beer?
No. There's a simple explanation for that. I have 20 different German beers. I don't have any domestic beers. It's a Budweiser free zone. And
Budweiser free.
And the oldest beer that I have in there, the brewery, is Weinstefan. It's the oldest brewery, 1,000 years old. Why should I take that challenge? There's no way. They have the best beer? No. And there's a lot of people that do ask me that, and a lot of people that offer me whatever they brew, I should try. Thank you. No. Oh, it's good. I know it's good. It's all yours.
No hamburgers.
Yes, we do not have hamburgers. We don't have any ranch dressing either. Sorry to let you know. It's a Budweiser free zone, no hamburgers and no ranch dressing. Other than that, you're welcome.
Can I bring my own?
Oh, sure. No problem.
You recently added a beer garden in the back not too long ago.
Yeah, we have a nice patio. It's covered. And I like to have plants out there, so I invested a little bit of money and put some plants out there. Look really nice. Looks like my, what do you say? My private jungle. All I'm missing is a monkey and a parrot.
What's your capacity in the restaurant?
The restaurant we have, by the fire department, 49 allowance, but I have only 40 seats.
And that's not counting the beer garden, or
No, outside the patio, probably another 30 to 40, depending how much space you need. We have heaters out there too, gas heaters. So when it gets a little chillier and cooler, you can still sit outside, enjoy whatever you eat or drink. Yeah, it's been a challenge in the 20 years, and we've had our ups and downs like everybody else has, and it's amazing how many people you see coming and going, or you remember they came in with the little kids, and now the little kids are like, what happened? As time goes by, it's just nature, but it's good to see all these old customers that you had in the beginning, they all come back. It's a returning business, and we've become friends with a lot of people there, and I've taken some of them to Germany with me. I do that once a year. Usually, since everybody's related to farming, the farming industry, they have time at the end of the month, end of July, through the first week of August. We go on a tour called Breweries, Distilleries, and Beer Gardens. We fly to Munich, get on a train, go to Nuremberg, my hometown. We stay at a nice hotel the whole time, and then we take day trips on public transportation, on trains, on buses, wherever we need to take to get there. And then we'll do some hiking. Hiking in terms of like old folks hiking, okay? And, we go to small family-owned breweries that have a restaurant with it, the traditional way, a restaurant and a beer garden. And most of them, some of them still butcher, so you can really get some good sausages and meats. We do a thing called the 5-pint hike. We'll do that in 2 days. We go to 5 little ones, and then at the end of it, you get a commemorative stein and some great stories. And then we're in Nuremberg, which is a historical city anyhow. We visit the castle. Underneath the castle, we go to the courthouse, that courtroom 600 where the Nazi trials were. That is very popular. A lot of people go visit. They've done a lot to show the whole history from 1,000 years to now. And I'm there all the time. So we had some great hikes, met some great people. And at this time of the year, it's not that hot anymore, because most of the hotels, unless they're big chain hotels, which I don't necessarily like when I'm there, they don't have air conditioning. So if you've got 100 degrees outside, it's kind of hot at night. But therefore, the breakfast is excellent.
How did you choose Waynoka?
How did I choose Waynoka? Good question. In the beginning, when we first opened up, a lot of people have asked me that question. And not only that, who are you related to and what church do you go to? You're nosy. None of your business. That's what I was thinking. So I told them, I can't talk about it, I'm in the witness protection program. And answered all the questions. But the truth is, no, I was in the tourism business before, and when the wall came down in Germany, it opened up the box of Pandora, I thought. And I thought it was time for me to go out. I always wanted to go to America. And the first time I came to America was in '71. And I combined that, I was trying to beat the system, I combined that by making my driver's license in DC, District of Columbia. I still got it. And I came back to Germany and I said, I need a German driver's license so I can drive. And the guy said, well, you have to go to a driving school and do your 30 hours and pay $3,000 and then you may pass and may not pass the test. I guess that's BS. I need that for my business. I'm flying to America all the time, which wasn't true, and I need to drive here and there, so I need that license. Okay, call me next week. So I called him next week and I got German driver's license without ever passing a test. Anything because of that DC license that I hadn't, that made me very happy. And anyhow, when the wall came down and the box of Pandora opened, I thought it's time to get out. And I played the green card lottery. The US government is a lottery system where they give away 50,000 green cards every year to various nations, and you can just send in your form and you can watch it online. They got these big sacks labeled with Germany, Ireland, England, Indonesia, you name it, and your applications are thrown in there. And I did that for 3 years, and the third year I won. I was a lucky winner. Time to go. So I was still in the tourism business. And Delta Airlines at that time, they needed somebody to push a program that they had thought would be good for the market. I looked into it, okay. So they connected me with the Chamber of Commerce and the Visitors and Convention Bureau in Amarillo. It was run by a lady named Charlene Bixler. So that's how I met the Bixlers. When it turned out that I needed more help in America than just the telephone, because I had to travel all over the States to talk to those ranchers to make possible that German tourists had come and stay and spend time on their ranch, go horseback riding and do the cowboy, Indian, whatever stuff they wanted to do. So I contacted Charlene to do that, and wherever Charlene moved in that period of time, I moved with her, basically. The company moved with her. And finally they decided to go back to Waynoka, so before then I had been to Waynoka with them, visiting them, and they had been to Germany, visiting me in Germany. And they said, well, I want the green card, should I put my office in Waynoka? I looked around, there's nothing to eat here, there's nothing to drink here, what am I going to do? So I switched from tourism business to a different facet of the tourism business, to the hospitality industry. So that's how Waynoka got a German restaurant. Now you know.
That's a good story.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Of your dark lager beers, do you drink those warm or cold, most of them?
It depends on the outside temperature. If it's cold outside, you don't want your beer ice cold. Not me. If it's hot outside, you want a cold beer. So there's a whole variety of temperatures there that usually the beer is cool. But it has a better flavor if it's not ice cold.
Well, I went to a deal a few years ago for a guy, I'm not even sure where he's from, but over there, but they drank dark beer and it was all hot. I mean, this was in the summertime. I didn't know if you drank yours hot.
Maybe his refrigerator broke, I don't know. No, we do not. We do not. No. Even a small town that I lived in, we had like 5 houses. A little, you can't call it town, village. 5 houses, 1 castle and 1 post mail station. And the mail station was goes back to 1500 something for the dukes and all them guys, the royalties. On the carriages they came, they exchanged the mail, exchanged the horses and went on. So they turned that into a restaurant. And nice beer garden, shady beer garden, beautiful. And even they learned to serve the beer cold. And that was 40 years ago. So I don't think the only time I've seen people drinking warm beer, guys that had stomach problems. They got these little metal tubes where they have the proprietor puts warm water in it, and then they put it in their beer glass to warm up their beer because their stomach can't handle it. So that's the only time. Mark.
Deter, how often do you go back to Germany, and how long are you there versus here?
Well, it used to be once or twice, and then it depends on how many people die. You got a few more trips to do. But I usually try to make it twice. And playing with the season, end of July is a good time to travel because it's not too busy at the restaurant. And then I try to go for Christmas, but it's always a nightmare. Christmas traveling, it's just too much. And most of the time I fly standby, and then you either get a seat or you don't get, or don't do, or don't let us shoot. I'll go for Thanksgiving this time. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Germany, but it's an easier time for me to fly out, and usually 10 days to 2 weeks, something like that. Nice change.
Have you had any visitors from Germany? I assume you have, at your restaurant. What do they think about this place over here? Dare I ask?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
They keep asking me, when's John Wayne coming?
Does the restaurant remain open while you're gone? Do you?
No, we'll be
You
closed.
just close down and go?
Trust is good, control is better.
What's your biggest challenge in running your restaurant?
Getting the supplies. I spend a lot of time. People wonder, you're closed 2 days a week, not counting Sundays. What do you do with your free time? I'm sitting in my car driving around. I go to Oklahoma City, buy most of my meat and fish supplies there. I like to see what I'm buying. Well, it's 2.5 hours going there. It's 5 hours going for nothing, but it's worth it. And what was your question? Sorry.
What do you find?
Oh, the challenges, yeah. And
challenge.
the other stuff is, I'm trying to be as authentic as I can. I will not carry any American beers. I will not carry any Mexican beers. And I like to carry the small breweries out of Germany. There's a company out of, I think, Massachusetts, Sheldon Brothers. They're a big importer. Now, so far so good, but bringing that beer from Massachusetts to Oklahoma is a nightmare because there is not enough demand, not enough educated people that know what they could buy. It has a lot to do with education. And just by accident, that's why I went to Tulsa last week. I found this beer on a list from Boardwalk, which is out of Tulsa. They don't deliver out here yet, so I had to drive up there, which I closed the restaurant, and bought plenty of supplies, see how long it lasts, and hopefully they come out here. But that's the biggest problem. Thank you, gentlemen. So I will do some research on the Kiwanis. So next time I'll be better prepared.
Tell us what it means.
And Deter,
Thank you.
I think I've taken a lot from this presentation. I've learned a lot today, but I'm taking from this room that